going on, guys? This is the Mafia Garage here, and today I'm working on the Sera, and today I'll be working on getting the trans fluid replaced. So as you can see right here, I got the car jacked up. I got the car on engine stands also, just for extra precaution. Now, what you want to do is first you want to locate the filler plug, and the filler plug on, I believe, Paseos also and Tercels, if it's a 5-speed manual, the filler plug will be right here. If you guys can see that properly, it's right here. So I have it loose right now, so you guys can probably see I'm twisting it right here. I loosened mine from the top because there's some engine covers under there that didn't give me enough room. I had enough room up here. If you come down here, there goes the drain bolt. So right there is the drain bolt, and both bolts are going to be 24 millimeters. The reason why you want to crack the filler bolt first is because if you crack open the drain bolt first and all the fluid comes out, and let's say your filler bolt gives you a problem and it won't come loose, it's going to be not so much of a great day to fill up your transmission. There's other ways to fill up your transmission besides the filler bolt. You could go through the speedo cable, remove the speedo cable and fill it up through there, but that's a whole nother process. That's that's like an emergency purpose. But anyways, my choice of fluid, I'll show you guys right now. Let me walk over and show you guys the fluid. So I heard a lot of good reviews of this. It's called Pennzoil Synchro Mesh. It's saying it's for American-made vehicles, but a lot of MR2 guys are running this. My buddy Zane, with the one with the white MR2 that I always go to the track with in autocross, he's running this and he said he loves it. On my MR2 personally, I run MT90, but I can't really buy MT90 fluid off the shelf. I have to always order it, and it's pretty expensive. I'm not going to be always tracking my Sera or doing crazy stuff with it, but I do want a really good fluid that can take high heat and that is really good for the transmission, that keeps the grinds low. Although my transmission is very good with no grinding. There's no grinding. It's very smooth. It's just people give me good reviews on this, and they run it on their MR2s, and I think I should run it on the Sera. If not, I have other regular fluid over there, but this looks like it's a good one. I'm going to use this right here. This is from my MT90, but it's empty right now. And what I did was I bought this attachment, and it's a pumper attachment. I don't know. Yep, there we go. It's a pumper attachment. So this snaps into place. When you remove the drain bolt, this snaps in. And then as you pump, the filler plug, I'm sorry. This snaps into the filler. As you snap it in, you pump that, and it just pumps all the fluid into the transmission fluid. But I'll show you guys all the processes and how it's all done. But in the meantime, I'll be filling up this jug with the new fluid. So you want to make sure that it's filled up with the right amount of fluid. I think the transmissions hold, don't quote me on this, I will put in the description, and I will probably put it right here what the fluid level is, but I won't really mention it. I'll just put it right here in the description. Alright guys, so what I did was I loosened up the drain bolt. I still haven't loosened it up all the way. What I highly recommend you guys doing is using a 6-point socket. Do not use a 12-point. You could get away with using a 12-point, but you're most likely going to strip this, and that's not going to be good. That's how people get stuck transmission drain and filler bolts, because they use 12 points. Please get a 6-point and just do that. Like I said, it's a 24 mil. On the bottom here, I use my breaker bar, as you guys can see, pretty long, 1/2-inch breaker bar, and it broke loose really easily. And now I have my drain pan right here, and I'll carefully loosen that up, and once I loosen it up, I'll show you guys the fluid. When I removed my speed sensor, the fluid looked terrible. So I think this is much needed. I've been always wanting to do this, but I've held off for for a little bit, for a couple months, you know, not like a long time or anything. But yeah, let's get this done and over with. So I removed the drain plug and I'm letting the fluid come out. The fluid actually looks okay. I mean, it looks like it's been replaced before, as in like a couple years ago. So that's a really good sign. I mean, when I looked at it from the speed sensor, it just looked really dark and, you know, dirty looking because it's just surface transmission fluid. But overall, this fluid looks pretty clean. As you guys can see from the video, it looks pretty clear. Yeah, it looks dark from here, but, you know, just coming right there, it's nice. I didn't notice no metal pieces on the drain plug itself. I don't know if it's magnetic or not, but it looks pretty good. I will inspect it heavily once I dump all the fluid out into a canister. But overall, I'm just going to let this drain until there's literally no more fluid. As in like little drips. Right now it's still fluid in there. I want everything out of there. It's up to you. You could stop right here, but I wouldn't really recommend that. I would just wait until it's completely just dripping, when it starts dripping. This is still a nice flow. But yeah, another thing you guys can do to make the process a little bit faster, what I'm already doing, is I removed the filler plug. So this is the filler plug. They look exactly identical. I'm not too sure if they are identical, but I can tell. I mean, I know the difference. I just have one on this side, which is the drain, and this is the fill. They look exactly identical. If you want replacements of these, just let me know and I'll find a link and I can find it in the description. I might throw it in the description if yours is all messed up and jacked up. These range from all types of Toyotas. My MR2 has the same exact bolt for drain and fill. So yeah, so if you guys want that, and you know, if you guys want replace your gaskets right here. Sorry, I'm like aiming at the blanket. You can replace your gaskets. These are replaceable. You could get like a 10-pack from Toyota. I'm not going to replace mine, so I didn't notice any leaking from it. They say it's good for like 2 uses or 3 uses, and then you'll have to replace it. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And yeah, once I install everything, I'll show you guys how I'm going to install the fluid, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so I tightened up the drain bolt. And now I tried to connect my hose from the top, but it wasn't long enough, so this actually fits right there. So as you guys can see, hopefully I can't see, but yep. So I have it in there. It kind of snapped in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump now. Oh, look at that action. So I'm going to keep on pumping. Look at that fluid. That's some beautiful fluid, I tell you. If you come down here, you'll see my brother. He's, ugh. No, I'm just joking. So I'm going to be pumping. And look at this action. Look at this. And that's all you need, folks. That is all you need. But that is the process on how to fill it up. And I won't record it the whole time, but once it starts leaking out, I'll show you guys, and then that's when you guys got to tighten it up. It'll start dripping out like very slightly. Okay guys, so as you guys can see right here, it's kind of leaking. It was dripping before, but I couldn't get my phone in time. But there you go, it's dripping out a little bit. That's when you guys have to, you see it's dripping down. You can see it's kind of wet right there on the trans. This is the best time to remove it, and then tighten up the fill plug, and then you can just tighten that. You see it's coming down right now, so that's the best time. I have a mosquito on my arm and I can't do nothing about it, so yeah. Yeah guys, I'm gonna tighten it up and then it's gonna be a wrap. Alright guys, so I finally tightened up the fill plug right there, so you guys can see right there. Tighten that up, clean off all the residual that dripped out, and now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to turn on the car, wait until the transmission warms up, and put it into every gear, and then take it around for a spin for a couple times, and then you should be good. Make sure you dispose of your oil. Take it to like any auto parts store and they can dispose of it. But yeah, guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Take it easy.